Hey friendos, how's it going? The Enforcer here once again with another jersey unboxing video. This one I picked up from SportsK. I saw that they had a summer sale where they had this jersey at a discount. Wasn't quite looking for this jersey early on in my reverse retro collecting, but as I started to pick up some of these pieces that I had to prioritize, I started to see in the different markets what was available and what caught my eye, and of course price being the driving factor for most things out there. Seeing that this one was available at a discount from a place that I've bought time and time again and not had an issue with at all, went ahead and pulled the trigger here. This one is from SportsK, SportsK.com. Been dealing with them for well over 20 years. For a good time, I was not in the jersey collecting business, but as soon as I got back into it, I typed in on the old Google machine, SportsK.com. They popped up, and I felt good that they were still there, and also happy to give them business because they are a smaller proprietor. So nice to support a smaller business. Like I said, or if you're in the States, $2 shipping can't be beat from SportsK. They're based in Michigan, so anything that you get shouldn't take longer than a week if it's in the States. If you're buying in Canada or overseas, I don't know how long it takes, but usually, let's say if I order something on a Monday, by Thursday it's in my hands, and if not that, by Friday. This one was one I think I bought over the weekend, and today also there was a holiday in there, so one day got taken away, and probably if there was a full week I would have gotten it yesterday on Thursday. Today, as I'm shooting it, it's Friday, and I got it today. So there you go. So I sent it out Tuesday, got it back on a Friday. So here it is, and this one is a proper unboxing. It is a box. It's the UPS box. This one did arrive a UPS. They do offer USPS, but seems that they go ahead and give me the UPS. I'm sure if you ask for it, they'll give that to you as well. But man, I've done business with them so many times that they look out for me. That's why I look out for them. Them and Ben H. Those are the two places that I pick up most of my jerseys from. And then after that, that's when I start looking and poking into the other websites. But I like to give Ben H. and SportsK my business when I can, when they have the pieces that I'm looking for. And then if they don't, that's when I'll reach out and see if they have something. If they don't, or they're not in the market for that piece, and that's when I venture out. So there we go, beautifully packaged as always. Oh, look. And sometimes SportsK will throw in a treat in here. This one had, of course, the invoice. Let me see. They say right here, I wrote him a little note. Said, "Hi SportsK, hope you are well. Thank you for all that you do for the hockey jersey collecting community." They wrote back here, "Thanks. Have a good summer." Thank you, SportsK. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'll put that away. And included with this, they went ahead and threw in a Colorado Avalanche patch with the jersey. So nice of SportsK to throw that in there. I don't know how I feel with them currently playing these guys. Maybe I slap that right there. Maybe that'll do it. that may have just jinxed them, and that's it. So Knights fans, if that's what happened, I apologize. But yeah, so gonna take this baby, and this one does have a name and number, but it is a Adidas factory install. So it's one of those single layer vinyls that's trying to make it look like it's multiple layers on one. Reason why I had to get that was that once again they did not have it in my size, a blank, and at SportsK actually anything in a 60 they did not have. So they're getting to the point where it's just smaller sizes or like odds and ends. But if you check out the player tab, I think if you go to like the Adidas tab and then in there it's Adidas player jerseys, there are some reverse retros in there that do have name and numbers on there. So if you are looking for a certain piece, check in there. If you haven't, you may be able to find a piece that you're looking for. And of course, if you are of a certain size, because it seems like it's kind of slim pickings, but you never know what you might find. All right, so I'm going to go on and take that out. All right, and give myself a quick inspection of this. Okay, it is indeed a reverse retro. Check. All right, it does have a name and number, and you know how you, okay, so that's what I had to get with this one. So this one, once again, it was one that there was another jersey of this that came out this year that I was more excited for of this team. That's why I kind of pushed on getting this one, but it was available. The player I'm kind of on, so possibly stripping this and putting something else on here. If not, that's fine too. But this one is a reverse retro of the San Jose Sharks. Right here in the gray with the black, white, and of course the aqua or the teal in there. And this one is a Erik Karlsson jersey 65. And as you heard me hit with the scratch, this is a single layer vinyl Adidas name and numbered factory installed. So basically, if you guys have seen my comparison of a hand stitched versus an Adidas factory installed, you guys can check that one out. It's one of the first ones after you check this out. But yeah, as you can see, it is supposed to look like 3 layers, but it is 1 layer on there, just with different colors on there. The actual nameplate of the Karlsson with the stitching on there, each letter is individually stitched on there. So yeah, and it's got that going for it. But the jersey itself, the logo itself, is stitched on there correctly. It is much like if you were to get a blank or a hand stitch. This main logo is proper. So so BA, I got your jersey here all set up. I know you're a big Sharks fan, so I got yours right here. And I do dig the gray. I dug the gray onto this one. Is it the same color gray? Yeah, it's the same color gray. So I'm down with that. Absolutely. Can you imagine if like these two jerseys were out there? Like how many like bad passes and like a confusion would be led to if these two jerseys were out there. But anyway, so inside of the neckline, SJS, San Jose Sharks, 98, reverse retro. You've got the black on the outside or the inside top basically of the collar with the teal, with the Adidas NHL logo there. On the yoke, all the way down to the sleeve, is the black that goes underneath basically your elbow. Then you've got the white stripe right here going into the teal. And then down at the bottom you have the one single stripe down there of the teal. And yeah, I mean, this is their original logo that they had up until probably about, I don't know, 8 years ago or so. This is the old cigar shark here. I think it looks pretty cool. I think the newer one looks much more aggressive, much more angry. But this one is a classic. I dig the 30th anniversary jersey a little bit more than this one. That's why I decided to hold off on this one until I could find a deal. But then when I found that deal, I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And of course it's SportsK. I know that they're doing everything that they can. I appreciate them for that. And once again, like I said, I appreciate everything that they do for the hockey jersey collecting community. So we're gonna slap this baby on. Hopefully gray won't be too terrible on the old Enforcer. Actually, the gray doesn't look all that bad. There we go, a bunch of tags there. I'll get to those later on. But yeah, there that is. Gonna look at the back. You got Erik Karlsson right there. You have whatever opinions you want of him. I bought it mainly for the jersey. The Bane jersey here, I mean, it doesn't look that bad from far away, but of course, once you get closer up, closer inspection, much like how I do with any of them, you notice the difference, especially when you put it next to like this Nico Hischier that I got here. That is a hand stitched with the 2 layers on it. That looks beautiful compared to the 1 layer that's right here. But friendos, as always, you know what happens. Come on with me and we'll take ourselves a little tour. Not a 3-hour tour. We'll get you back to your families in a minute. So Adidas neckline, I'm a fan. No strings, big fan for that. You've got the old school San Jose Sharks logo. That looks absolutely beautiful, absolutely timeless. If these guys were to have a third that is constantly in a rotation that has the old logo, I would not be against it at all. Going up here to the shoulders, you got the shoulder yoke that goes all the way down here, and then basically where your elbow is, the black connects down there with the white stripe into the teal stripe. And then down at the bottom you have the one teal stripe right there. So that's what you got here, and you know, it gets you a little closer there. You can see the craftsmanship of the actual jersey. All of this looks beautiful compared to the actual name and numbering that is on here, which is sad because Adidas is pumping these things out, and it just seems like they're like, you know what, cheapest way possible, just get it out the door. And that kind of does a disservice, especially on a jersey that looks good. I would be extremely upset if the only way that I could get this jersey was if it had a name and number kit back here that I knew immediately I was going to have to strip and put something good on there. Or this beautiful Tampa Bay jersey here. That's a beautiful jersey. I've kept that in the collection for a while. Haven't dusted it off much, just because I know if something happens to this baby, I'd never be able to replace it. I don't even think I've seen this thing on eBay float around on my size at an exorbitant price. This one was actually one that I got from the NHL store the day they released. I think December 1st of 2020 they were available, and I picked up this thing and it took, I think, the middle of January before it ever shipped out. And man, that baby looks good. And then the flip side of it is this one. I've been staring at SportsK for so long that I finally decided to pull the trigger, because I wasn't quite sure if this was the last one. I know that like Larry NHL and me are always going after the size 60s out there, and I know that it's very tough to find a 60. I think he's even made a video about how difficult it is to make a 60, and the way that they make the cuts, where it's basically tight underneath the armpits and then kind of flares out like a bell down around your waist. I appreciate the extra space around the waist. I would like a straight line up to the shoulder or underneath where the armpits are. If you guys are making the parlay jerseys where it's made from recycled plastic, please, Adidas, scoop a little bit more plastic out of the ocean and weave it, or do whatever you got to do, and put some extra space underneath the armpits. I think all of us that are in the 2X, 3X crowd would appreciate this, because honestly, compared to a CCM or even some Reeboks, this one is more of like a 2.5 size, where it's like in between a 2 and a 3, instead of how a 60 is much more of a straight cut down on a Reebok that fits a lot better. So Adidas, scoop out a little more plastic out there and maybe give us a straight cut, not such a tapered cut. We'd appreciate it. At least I know me, and I think Larry can agree with that as well. So friendos, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, on that road to 1,000 subs. I think I just cleared a 600, and I appreciate each and every one of you for taking a bit of your day, checking out this video, maybe checking out another one. If you think I'm worthy of it, if you like the content, give me a like. A sub would be amazing. Click that bell so you're notified anytime the Enforcer drops a new video. Follow me on Twitter, Enforcer Stevie B. Switch that to make it more cohesive and everything kind of in the same line. Like I had like my old YouTube was something different, and then my PSN was something different, and then my Instagram was something different. I try to put everything sort of in the same box. So appreciate all of you guys for checking out my videos. Thank you for the time. Have you guys a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.